Welcome to Earl Stewart on Cars.
If you lease a car, your responsibility are exactly as an owner, even though you're not the owner. The leasing company owns the car. You have to pay the piper when you're a lessee at the end of the lease. At the end of the lease, they're going to send out an inspector, and they're going to look at that car that you drove for 3 or 4 years very carefully. And if there's something that wasn't maintained properly, or worse, something that wasn't fixed properly, if the car isn't in normal condition, and that's a very subjective thing, by the way. Your lease contract will say that anything above normal wear and tear on that car is your responsibility, your financial responsibility. So it behooves you as a lessee to take real good care of that car, not just mechanically, but also cosmetically. Even the tires. Those tires have got to have a certain minimum tread. And if you've got a little ding, a little scratch, or a little stain on the upholstery, you might be surprised that the leasing company doesn't consider that as little at all, and you're going to get a big bill. This is one of the ways, unfortunately, that leasing companies tend to try to make profits. They will overestimate, I don't know whether it's on purpose, but lessees not untypically get a very large bill after they turn the car in. This bill sometimes you don't see for weeks or months. So this goes back to my perennial advice to lease customers. When you turn your lease car in, bring your camera, your smartphone, take pictures of the interior, the exterior of the car so you can prove what the condition was. Take a picture of the tires. You want to say what the tread was. Be sure that a complete inspection is done with you present, and notice the report as to what they had observed as to problems with the car before you sign off on it. Once you sign off on that inspection report, you're at their mercy. So be very, very careful. One thing to remember when you lease a car, and if you're really worried about warranty repairs when it's out of lease, there are extended service contracts you can buy. People ask me all the time, should I buy an extended warranty on my car, whether you lease it or buy it? Well, the answer is, if it buys you peace of mind, yes. The extended warranty companies are insurance companies. They make a profit like an insurance company, and they take in more premiums, which is what you pay for your extended warranty, than they pay out in claims. So if you're a gambling person, then don't buy the extended warranty. But if you sleep better at night, that's a good way to avoid concern if your lease car is out of warranty and you have a problem. One of the problems, this is more or less for the manufacturer's problem, people don't tend to take as good care of the lease car as they do a car that they own. I mean, it's perfectly natural. If you own something or rent something, psychologically, you tend to baby something that you really own and have a lot of money invested in, as opposed to something you lease or rent. But it's something to keep in mind when you're buying an off-lease car. You know, you hear these advertisements. In fact, there's even a company around town called offlease.com. That's all they sell, they claim, is off-lease cars. Off-lease is not always such a good deal. Like a rental car is not always such a good deal. Like any other car, it depends on how it was maintained and how it was repaired properly under the custodian of the renter or the lessee. You know, a rental car, for example, has to be disclosed on the title that it was a for rent car. Because why? Hertz Davis National Car, it's been driven by hundreds of different people. How well was it taken care of? And how well was it taken care of by the rental company? How well was it taken care of by the lessee? So those are all things to take into consideration when you're thinking about buying an off-lease car. I would limit my length of lease to the length of the warranty, and I would also be very careful about my mileage. Because, you know, a lot of times people run out of the mileage before they run out of the time. So a 3-year lease, if you got 50,000 miles on your car, you're out of warranty if it's a 3-year, 36,000-mile warranty. So be very careful. Watch your mileage for 2 reasons. You don't want to run out of warranty while it's under lease, and you also don't want to run over the mileage limitation. And every leasing company in the fine print has got a mile limitation. These mile limitations per year can be as low, I've seen them as low as 7,500 miles. 10,000 miles is fairly common. 15,000 miles per year is what the average driver does. So, yeah, watch that mileage on those lease cars. It can bite you two ways, warranty expense and then over mileage expense. Earl Stewart.